Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And let me tell you, my friends, the rain is always going to come. The question is, are you going to let it drown you, or are you going to use it to grow? You see, challenges are not roadblocks. They're opportunities in disguise. They're nature's way of testing your resolve, of asking you, how badly do you want it? And I'm here to tell you that if you want it bad enough, there's no challenge too great, no obstacle too high, and no problem too complex for you to overcome. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but you don't understand my situation. My challenges are different. They're bigger, tougher. And to that I say, hogwash. Challenges don't come in sizes, folks. They come in perceptions. And it's high time we change our perception. Let me share a little secret with you. The size of the challenge doesn't matter. What matters is the size of your determination to overcome it. It's not about having resources. It's about being resourceful. It's not about waiting for opportunities. It's about creating them. You see, life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt, they're all part of the grand design to make you stronger, wiser, better. But here's the catch. This only works if you choose to see it that way. Choice. That's the magic word, folks. In every situation, no matter how dire, you have a choice. You can choose to be a victim, or you can choose to be a victor. You can choose to complain, or you can choose to compete. You can choose to give up, or you can choose to get up. And let me tell you something. The quality of your life is directly proportional to the quality of your choices. So choose wisely, because every choice you make is a brick in the foundation of your future. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. But just because it's not easy doesn't mean it's not worth it. The things that are worth having in life are rarely handed to us on a silver platter. They require effort, persistence, and sometimes a little bit of pain. But here's the beautiful thing about pain. It's temporary. It might last for a minute or an hour or a day or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else will take its place. If you quit, however, that pain will last forever. So, my friends, don't you dare give up. Don't you dare settle for less than you're capable of. Because the moment you settle for less than you deserve, you get even less than you settled for. Let me ask you this. If you were to meet the person you could have become, would you be proud? Would you be inspired? Or would you be disappointed? The gap between who you are and who you could be, that's where the magic happens. That's where growth occurs. That's where you rise above challenges. Now, I'm not talking about some pie-in-the-sky, wishful thinking kind of growth. I'm talking about real, tangible, measurable growth. The kind of growth that you can see, feel, and experience. The kind of growth that transforms not just your circumstances, but your very being. How do you achieve this kind of growth? Well, it starts with setting goals. Not just any goals, mind you. I'm talking about goals that scare you a little. Goals that make you stretch. Goals that force you to become more than you are right now. You see, the purpose of a goal is not to get it. The purpose of a goal is to become the type of person capable of getting it. It's about the transformation that occurs as you work towards your goal. It's about who you become in the process. They don't work unless you do. You can't just write them down and expect magic to happen. You've got to put in the work. You've got to be willing to do what others won't, so you can have what others don't. That brings me to my next point. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what gets you out of bed when you'd rather sleep in. It's what keeps you going when you'd rather give up. It's what makes the difference between who you are and who you want to be. Now, I know discipline isn't a sexy word. It doesn't have the same ring to it as motivation or inspiration. But let me tell you something. Motivation is what gets you started, but discipline is what keeps you going. You see, motivation is like a hot shower. It feels great in the moment, but it doesn't last. Discipline, on the other hand, is like brushing your teeth. It's not always fun, but it's necessary if you want long-term results. So how do you develop discipline? Well, it starts with small daily habits. It's about doing the right thing even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up day after day, regardless of your mood or circumstances. Remember this: success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. On the flip side, failure is simply a few errors in judgment, repeated every day. It's the little things that make the big difference. Now let's talk about another crucial aspect of rising above challenges. Your mindset is like the software of your brain. It determines how you interpret and respond to situations. And here's the kicker: you have the power to program your mindset. You see, your mind is like a garden. You can let it grow wild, full of weeds and thorns, or you can cultivate it, planting seeds of positivity, resilience, and growth. The choice is yours. But remember this: you can't have a positive life with a negative mind. You've got to guard your mind like a precious treasure, because what you feed your mind determines your appetite for life. So how do you cultivate a positive mindset? Well, it starts with awareness. Become aware of your thoughts. Are they serving you or sabotaging you? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Once you're aware, you can start to challenge those negative thoughts. Replace "I can't" with "How can I?" Replace "This is impossible" with "This is challenging, but I'm up for it." Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I'm learning and improving every day." Remember, your self-talk is incredibly powerful. It's the soundtrack of your life. So make sure it's a soundtrack that inspires you, motivates you, and pushes you to be your best self. Now let's talk about another crucial element in rising above challenges: continuous learning. In a world that's constantly changing, the only way to stay ahead is to be a lifelong learner. You see, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. It's not about what you learn in school. It's about what you learn after you leave school that determines your success. So, read books, attend seminars, listen to audio programs. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. Because here's the truth: you will be the same person in 5 years as you are today, except for the people you meet and the books you read. And speaking of people, let's talk about the importance of your associations. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. The people you spend time with have a huge influence on your life. They can either raise you up or bring you down. So choose your associations wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who make you want to be a better person. Because you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I don't have access to successful people? Well, here's the good news. In this day and age, you don't need physical access. You can learn from anyone, anywhere, through books, through audio programs, through videos. See, success leaves clues. If you want to be successful, study success. If you want to be happy, study happiness. Whatever you want to achieve in life, find people who have already achieved it and learn from them. But here's the thing: learning without action is pointless. Knowledge isn't power. It's potential power. What you do with what you know is what matters. So take action. Massive action, because the universe rewards action, not intention. You can have the best plan in the world, but if you don't take action, it's just a fantasy. And when you take action, be prepared for failure. Because failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person has failed their way to success. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. They're willing to fail. They're willing to look foolish. They're willing to start before they're ready. Remember this: if you're not willing to risk the unusual, you'll have to settle for the ordinary. And let me tell you, my friends, you were not born to be ordinary. You were born to be extraordinary. Now let's talk about another crucial aspect of rising above challenges. Resilience. Resilience is your ability to bounce back from setbacks, to adapt to change, to keep going in the face of adversity. You see, it's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get and keep moving forward. It's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And the best way to build resilience is to face your challenges head on. Don't run from them. Don't hide from them. Embrace, because on the other side of your greatest fears lies your greatest growth. Remember this. The same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. It's not about the circumstances. It's about what you're made of. So, my friends, when life gets tough, when challenges seem insurmountable, remember this. You are tougher, you are stronger, you are more capable than you give yourself credit for. You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. You have the power to rise above any challenge, to overcome any obstacle, to achieve any goal. But here's the thing. That power remains dormant until you decide to use it. It's like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. So use it. Flex that mental muscle. Push yourself beyond your comfort zone. It's because that's where the magic happens. Now, I just share with you one of the most powerful tools for rising above challenges. Gratitude. Gratitude is not just a feel-good emotion. It's a game changer. It has the power to transform your entire perspective on life. You see, when you're grateful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. So start each day with gratitude. Be thankful for your challenges because they make you stronger. Be thankful for your failures because they teach you valuable lessons. Be thankful for your doubts because they push you to seek certainty. And most importantly, be thankful for who you are right now. Not who you want to be, not who you think you should be, but who you are in this very moment. Because gratitude turns what we have into enough. Now let's talk about something that's crucial in rising above challenges. Your why. Your why is your purpose, your reason for doing what you do. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. You see, when your why is strong enough, you'll figure out how. When your why is clear, you'll find a way. When your why is powerful, you'll do the impossible. So ask yourself, why do you want to rise above your challenges? Is it for yourself? For your family? For a cause greater than yourself? Whatever it is, make sure it's powerful enough to pull you through the tough times. Because here's the truth. There will be times when you want to give up. There will be times when you doubt yourself. There will be times when you wonder if it's all worth it. And in those moments, your why will be your anchor. It will be your North Star. It will be what keeps you going when everything else tells you to stop. Now, let me share with you one of the most important lessons I've learned in my journey. The power of giving. You see, the secret to living is giving. The more you give, the more you live. Giving doesn't just mean money. It means giving your time, your energy, your knowledge, your skills. It means making a difference in someone else's life. Because here's the thing. You can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. Success is not just about what you accomplish in your life. It's about what you inspire others to do. So as you rise above your own challenges, don't forget to lift others up along the way. Share your knowledge, share your experiences, share your victories and your failures, because in doing so, you not only help others, but you also reinforce your own learning and growth. Remember this. The more you go, the more you grow, the more you have to give. It's a beautiful cycle that leads to a life of abundance and fulfillment. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with this thought. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. You see, you are not a finished product. You are a work in progress. Every day, with every choice you make, with every action you take, you are creating your future self. So I ask you, what kind of self are you creating? Are you creating a self that rises above challenges or one that crumbles under them? Are you creating a self that embraces growth or one that shrinks from it? Are you creating a self that inspires others or one that blends into the background? The choice is yours. And it's a choice you make not once, but every single day with every thought you think and every action you take. So choose wisely, my friends. Choose to rise above your challenges. Choose to grow, to learn, to give. Choose to become the best version of yourself. Because here's the truth. The world needs your talents, your gifts, your unique perspective. The world needs you to rise above your challenges and become the person you were meant to be. Because here's the truth. The world needs you. The world needs your talents, your gifts, your unique perspective. The world needs you to rise above your challenges and become the person you were meant to be. Now, I want you to really let that sink in for a moment. The world needs you. Not someone like you, not a version of you, but you exactly as you are, with all your quirks, your experiences, your dreams, and yes, even your fears. You see, too often we get caught up in comparing ourselves to others. We look at the success of those around us and think, well, I could never do that. And let me tell you, that kind of thinking is not just wrong, it's dangerous. It's the kind of thinking that keeps you small, that keeps you stuck, that keeps you from rising above your challenges. Because here's the thing, you are unique. There has never been and will never be another you. And that uniqueness is your power. It's your secret weapon. It's what sets you apart in a world that often tries to make everyone the same. But being unique isn't enough. You've got to put that uniqueness to work. You've got to sharpen it, refine it, and most importantly, you've got to share it with the world. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I'm just one person. How much of a difference can I really make? And to that, I say, more than you could ever imagine. You see, every great achievement, every world-changing idea, every moment of progress in human history started with one person who dared to think differently, who dared to challenge the status quo, who dared to rise above their circumstances. Think about it. The light bulb, the telephone, the automobile, all of these world-changing inventions started with one person who had an idea and the courage to pursue it. And let me tell you, those people faced challenges. They faced setbacks. They faced moments of doubt and despair, but they persevered. They rose above. And in doing so, they changed the world. Now, I'm not saying you need to invent the next world-changing gadget, but I am saying that you have the power to make a difference. Whether it's in your family, your community, your workplace, or the world at large, you have the power to create positive change. But here's the catch. That power remains dormant until you decide to use it. It's like a muscle. If you don't exercise it, it atrophies. So I challenge you today to start flexing that muscle. Start small if you need to, but maybe it's speaking up in a meeting with an idea you've been too afraid to share. Maybe it's starting that side project you've been putting off. Maybe it's reaching out to someone who needs help. Whatever it is, do it. Take that first step. Because that first step is often the hardest, but it's also the most important. Now let's talk about something that often holds people back from rising above their challenges. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. And let me tell you, fear is a powerful force. It can paralyze you if you let it. But here's the secret. Fear is also a liar. You see, fear tells you that you're not good enough, that you're not ready, that you can't do it. But the truth is, you are good enough, you are ready, and you absolutely can do it. The only thing holding you back is your belief in that fear. So how do you overcome fear? Well, you don't. You feel the fear and you do it anyway. You acknowledge the fear, you respect it, but you don't let it control you. Because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in the face of fear. Remember this. On the other side of your fear is your growth. On the other side of your fear is your success. On the other side of your fear is the person you're meant to become. Now let's talk about another crucial aspect of rising above challenges. Persistence. You see, success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about how fast you go, it's about how long you can keep going. Too often, people give up just when they're on the brink of success. They face a setback, they encounter an obstacle, and they think, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. But let me tell you something. The only time you fail is when you stop trying. Success is often just one more attempt away. It's often just on the other side of that obstacle that seems insurmountable. So don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep striving. Keep rising. Remember the story of the miner who gave up digging for gold just 3 feet from striking it rich. Don't be that miner. Keep digging. Keep believing. Keep persisting, because your gold might be just 3 feet away. Now let's talk about something that's crucial in your journey to rise above challenges. Your environment. You see, your environment shapes you more than you might realize. The books you read, the people you surround yourself with, the information you consume, All of these things have a profound impact on your mindset, your beliefs, and ultimately your actions. So I challenge you to take a good, hard look at your environment. Is it supporting your growth, or is it holding you back? Are the people around you lifting you up, or are they dragging you down? Is the information you're consuming empowering you, or is it distracting you? Remember this? You can't soar with the eagles if you're scratching with the turkeys. So surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who make you want to be better. Read books that expand your mind and fuel your dreams. Consume information that empowers you and propels you forward. And if you find that your current environment isn't serving you, have the courage to change it. It might not be easy, but I promise you, it will be worth it. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked in the journey to success. Rest and renewal. You see, rising above challenges isn't about pushing yourself to the brink of exhaustion. It's not about working yourself to the bone. It's about finding balance. Think of it like this. Even the mightiest oak tree needs periods of rest to grow strong. In the winter, when it seems dormant on the outside, it's actually gathering strength for the next season of growth. The same is true for you. You need periods of rest and renewal to perform at your best. You need time to recharge your batteries, to reflect on your progress, to reconnect with your why. So don't feel guilty about taking time for yourself. Don't feel like you're wasting time when you're resting. Because here's the truth. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is rest. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to talk about something that's absolutely crucial in rising above challenges. That's self-belief. You see, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I believe about you. It doesn't matter what anyone else believes about you. What matters is what you believe about yourself. Because here's the truth. You will never rise higher than your self-image. You will never achieve more than you believe you're capable of achieving. Your beliefs about yourself set the boundaries of your achievement. So I challenge you today to examine your beliefs about yourself. Are they serving you, or are they limiting you? Are they pushing you forward, or are they holding you back? If you find that your beliefs are limiting you, it's time to change them. And yes, you can change your beliefs. It's not easy, but it's possible. It starts with awareness, with catching those negative thoughts when they arise. And then it's about challenging those thoughts, replacing them with more empowering ones. Instead of I can't do this, try how can I do this? Instead of I'm not good enough, try I'm learning and improving every day. Instead of this is too hard, try this is challenging, but I'm up for it. Remember, your mind believes what you tell it. So tell it empowering things. Tell it that you're capable, that you're worthy, that you're enough. And here's the beautiful thing. As you start to believe in yourself more, you'll start to take more action. As you take more action, you'll start to see more results. As you see more results, your belief in yourself will grow even stronger. It's a beautiful self-reinforcing cycle that can propel you to heights you never thought possible. So believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your ability to rise above any challenge that comes your way. Because here's the truth. You are more capable than you know. You are stronger than you think. You have within you right now everything you need to overcome any obstacle, to achieve any goal, to become the person you were meant to be. The world is waiting for you. It's waiting for your talents, your gifts, your unique perspective. It's waiting for you to rise above your challenges and make your mark. So go forth and rise. Go forth and grow. Go forth and become the best version of yourself. Because when you do, you not only change your own life, but you change the world around you. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So take that step today. Take it now. Rise above your challenges. Embrace your growth. Live your purpose. And always remember, the best is yet to come. Thank you.